Hi, I'm Val Girling, and I want to talk to you about starting to write children's stories. This little clip is about writing stories for 3 to 5 year olds, which are quite different from the other age groups, because at 3 to 5 they need to be quite simple and understandable and quite straightforward and probably focused on one thing. Now, what you have to ask yourself if you're thinking about formulating a story is, who is my character? And in fact, what is my character? Because you may have noticed that lots of books and stories are not about humans actually, they're about animals and other creatures. And that's simply because in this climate of health and safety, we have to be very careful about advocating weird and wonderful things to do when the main character is a human. So it's easier sometimes and more free to be able to write about an animal or an imaginative creature. So if you go to a bookshop and look on the shelves and see all the popular books for children, what you will find is that there are stories like Giraffes Don't Dance and Tiger in a Tutu, where we've got a giraffe in this case who wants to be able to dance, and he's told he can't dance. They don't dance. Lots of other animals dance, but giraffes don't. And of course, this giraffe wants to dance, and the story is about how that is overcome. Tiger in a Tutu, about a tiger who wants to be a ballet dancer. Uh, and the story is about how this is overcome. So, what you have to think about is it going to be a picture book, or is it a story that you could do as an audio book? You could just tell it and actually understand it. Obviously, if you're reading it as an audio book or reading it as opposed to showing any pictures, the words have to be a little bit more descriptive than they would ordinarily be if it was people by pictures, if it was lots of illustrations. Now, if you want to start doing some writing, there are some exercises that I can suggest that might get you started and could generate lots and lots of initial ideas. So, for example, number one, if you take your initials and write as many animals as you can think of, beginning with that letter or those letters. If you have 2 or 3 names, you can use all of the initials and see what you can come up with. Now you have a list of characters. So the next step is to choose one of the characters to start the story and make them the focus of your story. And in my case, as an illustration, then, my name's Val. I might choose, or I did choose, to have a go at a vampire. So I made that's a creature up, but we all know what vampires are. And I named her Vanilla the vampire. Now, the next question you have to ask yourself is, what might she want? So a creature that has an obstacle there is, the first obstacle I could think of is that she can't go out in the daylight, because vampires are supposed to shrivel up in the daylight. And so she wants to come out in the sunshine and be outside in the sunshine. The problem is that, of course, she shrivels up in the sunshine. How now in this story are we going to overcome that? And the story then is about working that out and resolving it in a satisfactory way. And it's very important to children, well, to us all, in fact, that the resolution is satisfying and not too easily won, or there is really no story and it feels as if, oh, well, that was just what was that all about? So what I advise you to do is have a little go at that exercise and see how you get on. And there will be other ideas in the pipeline when I see you again. So enjoy.